actually comes from incorrect belief. So let me explain. Corruption comes from incorrect belief, and what that means is that if your belief, whoever you are, is incorrect, meaning if your belief is from Darwin's Origin of the Species, and therefore atheist and agnostic, and Buddhism, because Buddhism, if I'm not mistaken, they don't believe in a god, if I'm not mistaken. So Buddhism is like atheist with um, meditation, relaxation, atheism and yoga, something like that. Finding the inner self. Let me explain something. Free will. The Creator Allah has given us free will, and the reason for the free will is so the Creator Allah can see who chooses to be grateful to the Creator Allah, and therefore chooses to be a Muslim and worship the Creator as a Muslim, and therefore with Allah's mercy and Allah's willing, inshallah, God willing, will hopefully enter Jannah, enter paradise one day. And so that's the choice. You see, free will, it's very important because we get to choose if we want to go to Jannah or if we want to go to hellfire. That's it. It's not, we don't need to, beat around the bush. Allah explains in the Quran, those who believe, Muslims, and do good deeds, for those there are gardens, Jannah. And so there you have it. And what I'm trying to say here is that it's free will and choices, and it's a choice. So example, if someone chooses to be very, very greedy and learns the tricks of the trade and basically, just, takes all the money from everyone, basically, with having, big companies. And what I'm trying to say is, to do with inequality. So you have, the 1% who have all the money and the 99% who are struggling. And if you want to know more about inequality, you can look up Professor Guy Standing, his lectures on YouTube, Professor Guy Standing. You can learn more about inequality. And also another person called, I think, Anand Giridharadas, his book, I can't remember, I think it's Winner Takes All, the Elite of the Charade or something like that. But Anand Giridharadas, you can find him on YouTube as well, and you can understand inequality. It's about choices. And Anand, he basically talks about that billionaires should pay their taxes and not basically, do philanthropy and, give money to some, organization. But then it's like, that organization, when a billionaire donates money to an organization, but then the organization has to change their, policy, basically, to don't have a say in regards to what they want to do in the community, etc. Yeah, it's very important how, Allah says in the Quran, corruption comes from basically incorrect beliefs, and I guess it's comes from greed, and it's easier if you see if we apply Darwin's natural selection, and don't forget Darwinian theory is based on assumptions. Darwinian theory of evolution is based on assumptions. Yes, it's a very weak model, and what I'm trying to say is